So just inhaling and exhaling. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth, actually. Big belly breaths, big inhales, expanding the stomach. And when you exhale, stomach goes towards back. It's funny, when we were doing yoga in a studio or a gym or in a room, we used to call it the hot room when I was teaching hot yoga. You have a way to really separate yourself from your space, from where you work or where you live. And now you could really find yourself like never leaving the house if you work at home like we do. And yoga was a place where I would go to get out of the house. And when I would teach, another way to get out of the house. And today I realized that I literally left the house for about an hour, and that was it. So it's a good time to just use the breath as a reminder that you can always come here into your own heart, into yourself, into your breath, finding calmness right here on your mat with your own heart and with your own breath. You can keep your eyes open or closed and hands to the knees, and just take some hip circles around to the right. Inhaling forward, exhaling as you come around the backside. When you come forward, your elbows are bent, and when you come around the backside, your arms are straight. Switch directions, circling to the left. Start to slow it down till you're straight up, seated. We'll take a twist here. With your left hand onto the right knee, other hand behind you, twist to the right. So you're sitting up tall, your chin is parallel towards the floor. You're just kind of looking beyond your right shoulder. One more big breath, inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, turn and twist. And then slowly come towards center and just switch sides. Twisting now to your left. You might find one side feels easier to take a twist, or you might feel your hip more, or a knee, or something different on one side. Every time you inhale, you sit up tall, and every time you exhale, you turn and twist. Slowly come back to the center. And then take your arms over the head. Just scooch back here. Actually, let's keep them interlaced and releasing index fingers, so like a steeple mudra, and take it over to the right. Chin is away from the chest. over to the left. Straight up, hands behind, low back, interlace there. Try to keep the palms together if possible. And without letting the chin go up or the chest go too forward, try to pull the stomach back and hands away from low back. And then readjust the hands so the palms are together. And breathe here. And then slowly release that and just shake the hands out. And take the right hand forward, left hand on top. Pull the fingers back. If you could grab that thumb even with the bottom of your other hand and pull it back. And then push it back, the back of the palm towards you, arms straight. Switch sides, first pulling all 5 fingers back, left hand. And then pushing the front of the hand, the palm back, or the back of the palm, I should say. And then shake that all out. Let's take the feet wide apart. So since it's very beginning of class, not too wide. And then just walk your hands down to the calves and ankles and have a straight back and point the toes straight up. Pull the stomach in and just start to rest the arms on the legs and keep going down, down, down until you really feel it in the back of the legs, maybe the low back a little bit. You could take your hands over the toes and help pull them back just like we did with the hands just now. And following what we did with the hands, just take the left or the right leg in and then take your left hand on top of the foot and pull the toes towards you. So you're stretching the whole top of the foot here. You could take your thumbs and press the 2 thumbs along the instep here, the arch of the right foot. And then take one of the thumbs and press into the middle of the heel. And then just switch legs. Now left foot comes in, pull the 5 toes back towards the body. And you could take your other thumb, the left hand, and just kind of thumb along that instep here, the arch. And then take the thumb into the base of the heel and press hard there. Or I should say press firmly. And then bring both legs out in front of you, both arms up to the sky. Big breath, inhale, look up, and reach the hands all the way out. Keep the legs straight. Your hands can be on the calves, that's fine. Or reach for the feet, just like we were doing with the legs spread. Big breath, inhale, bending elbows, slowly come down. And then one more stretch for the legs. Just walk your hands back up the legs. Take the soles of the feet together. So the further away the feet are from the body, the less intense. And you could take your hands around the toes, all 10 fingers interlaced around all 10 toes. Elbows bend gently here. And then you could use the elbows to just kind of coax the knees away from each other. And slowly come up and come to all fours. Take the right knee behind the left and come onto the ball of the right foot. We're just getting a stretch in the right side of the body. You could now look towards your right foot. Get a bigger stretch in the right hip and the waist area. And then look forward and slide the right leg all the way to the side and come up gate pose, arms out. And then right arm down, left arm up and over to the right. Left hand down to the floor, right arm up to the sky, and maybe you lift your right foot up off the ground. If it's lifted, lift up out of the left hip and flex the right foot. Big breath, inhale. Exhale, HA. Again, inhale. Now both hands down, right leg out behind you. And then right knee down, and then take the left knee or left leg behind the right knee. And you're on the ball of the left foot. Your both hands are square to the top of the mat, looking over the right shoulder towards the left foot, stretching the left side of your body. And then you can change your gaze to look down in front of you as you slide your left foot off to the side for gate pose on the left side, arms out to the sides. Left hand down, right arm up and over. And then right hand comes down. You could leave your left leg there and just lift your left arm up, or you could bring it up and flex that foot. And then both hands top of the mat, left leg out behind you, then all fours and a child's pose. Knees wide, hands forward, forehead down. We'll go 5 breaths right here. Now let's add our arms by just taking both hands over to the right. Press the left hip, pin it back, and keep reaching forward with the left hand. And just kind of walk your way over to the other side, left. Pin your right hip back. Press your right hand more forward beyond the left. Come back to the center. And then just bring the left arm under the right. Thread the needle. Or thread the arm, because it's not a needle. So we're on top of the left shoulder here. You could take your right hand, interlace over the left, and just kind of pull that arm a little further through for a bigger stretch in the left shoulder. And then right hand goes back, left hand goes back, and then just other side, threading right arm through. You could interlace left hand, pull it through, and breathe here. And then unthread and come up to all fours. I'm going to take a blanket and put it underneath my knees for some knee down lunges. So we'll just take it easy, and starting on all fours, just bring the right foot forward so your left knee is down. And it's almost like we're in this box shape here. So we're not going into like this really low lunge and over stretching through the front of the left hip. We're just starting in this sort of box shape here. Arms up. You could curl your back toes or point them, either way. I find if you curl them, you get a bigger stretch in the quads there in the left leg. And then take the right hand down and lift the left arm up like you're in this baby side angle pose. You could have your left hand on your low back as well and really press in tricep to knee, knee to tricep on the right. Look down and just switch hands. Left hand up, right arm up. You could lift your back leg as well for easy twist. Squeezing the right knee towards the center line so it's not out to the side. And then slowly come down back to all fours. Left foot forward for your knee down box shape. Left knee forward first and arms come up. You could curl those back toes or leave them pointed. And then left hand down for our baby side angle, right arm up or on the low back. Pressing the left knee into the left tricep, tricep into knee. Like they're energetically pushing against each other. And then a switch, right hand down, left arm up. And back to the child's pose again. Knees could be wide or under you. Hands can be forward or back. And now take your elbows forward right in front of you, palms together at the base of your neck for a tricep stretch. Come back to all fours, and then a downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Let's just pedal through here. And just walk your hands back to your feet, back of the mat, and let your head hang down in dangle pose. Your hands could either touch the mat or you could grab opposite elbow. You could stay static with a nice bend in the knees, or you could sway side to side. And then walk it back out, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts way up high. Inhale, step forward, high lunge. So you could go back to the knee down box lunge, or you could be here with your back knee up off the floor. Either way is completely fine. And we're going to sort of follow what we were doing when we were low to the ground by taking right arm down, left arm up, or on the low back. Pressing right knee into the right tricep and tricep into knee. Left hand down, right arm up, easy twist. Left knee down, right foot back for a variation of side plank like we already did from gate pose, and then lift the right leg up. So you could stay here like this, or you could grab your right ankle for a stretch in the quad on the right. From here, back to your variation of side plank, and then right foot comes back to the top of the mat. Press yourself back up, high lunge. Woo. Big breath here, inhale. Turn the left foot so the right heel faces the left arch, arms out, warrior two. Reverse. And hands down, downward facing dog. Left leg forward, high lunge or low lunge, box lunge. First arms come up. Now left hand inside left foot, or it could be on a block as well. Right arm up. Variation of side angle here because our heel is up on the back foot. You could have it down, that would be fine. Switch hands, right hand down, left arm up, easy twist. Right knee down. Could turn that foot slightly out like a kickstand. Left leg back either stays down or comes up, or ankle grab for your hammy or your quaddy, your quadricep stretch. Quaddy. Breathe here. And then just release the ankle if you have it. Come all the way back, top of the mat with left foot. Push up, high lunge. One breath only. Inhale. Warrior two, arms out like a T. Exhale, straight spine. Reverse warrior, left arm up, right hand down. And hands down to dog pose. We'll take a few breaths here, or you could come in for high plank for 5 breaths. You could do a forearm plank as well. And back to downward facing dog. So no push-up, not needed. Come down to all fours again. Slide the left knee so it's like just behind the two hands and in the center. Slide the right knee back behind and come in for cow face pose. So knee over knee. The further away the feet are, the more you will feel in your hips. The closer your feet are, the less. Try to stay on to both sitting bones. And instead of taking our arm up for the classical sort of way with a bind or a strap, let's go for a twist. Take your right elbow outside the left knee and find a prayer twist here. Really press into the right hip because the left one is just automatically getting pushed down. We'll see if you could then push energetically into the right hip too. Come out of your twist, come back to all fours. This time, take your left knee behind the right. For the opposite leg now, the right knee's on top of the left. Doesn't really matter, could be the other one. Again, feet further away, a little more intense, closer into the body, less intense. Sitting up tall first, finding left elbow over right thigh, prayer twist to the right. And this time you're gonna press more into the left hip. And then we'll slowly come out of that twist back to all fours. Let's take some classic cat and cows here to just work out all of that. Inhale, the belly relaxes, looking forward or up. And exhale, chin to the chest, rounding the spine. Inhale, looking forward or up. Belly relaxes and rounding. Keep going on your own here, cat cow. And next time you round, come in for downward facing dog again. And once again, high lunge, right foot forward, both arms up. You could keep your back heel up like that, or you could take a warrior one foot and flatten that foot with an angle on it, and then right hand down for your side angle. Switch hands, left hand down, right arm up. Back up, high lunge. Hands down, frame front foot, lift left leg up for a warrior three with hands on the floor. We're gonna take the left knee and we're gonna put it right behind the right like we did seated, but we're just crunching in. And then inhale, raise the left leg up. And then exhale, crunching it in. One more. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, leg comes right out and back down for a warrior two, winding it up. Settle down. Reverse warrior, right arm up, left hand relaxes down. And one last balance here. Take your right hand outside the right foot onto the floor or block. Left leg up. You could leave your left hand on your hip here or to the sky. Press into the inner right foot. And we're just gonna step our left foot to meet the right, top of the mat, fold in. Inhale, half lift. Walk back, dog pose. Roll out, top of a push-up, 5 breaths here. Downward facing dog. Left leg forward, high lunge. Left hand down for your side angle variation, right arm up. Right hand down, left arm up, easy twist. Come on up, high lunge, arms up, inhale. Hands frame front foot, standing split or assisted warrior 3 with the hands down. But we're looking for a square hip on the right and lifting up out of the left hip so it's not crunching in. And maybe you just turn that foot and get it ready, the right foot. Coming in for your warrior 2 with left knee forward. Reverse warrior. Left hand down for your half moon. Right arm up or resting along your side. I think my head's probably getting cut off, so I'm moving back a little. And right foot joins the left top of the mat, fold forward. Take hold of opposite elbows. Just dangle here. Oh, I forgot one thing. We're going to come back to it. Take your hands down, left leg back up. Or actually, right leg up. And then knee behind other knee, crunch. Straighten. Curl it in, knee behind knee. Straighten. One more. Curl it in. Straighten. Bend both feet together and dangle. From here, we're just going to come to a squat. Slowly come down to the floor. And you're on your 2 balls of the feet. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Take your hands to prayer if you can, or if you want to. Balance there. Pressing the heels towards each other. Inner thighs squeeze together. And then we're just gonna come back, or knees down and come back, sitting on the heels. Hands down, slap those toes out. And then come to a seat. So, at the beginning of class, we spread our legs apart. We did a stretch. Now we've opened our hips quite a bit. Let's see if we can come a little bit further in our Upavishta. Toes face sky. You could have them closer too. That's fine. Either way is fine. Finding the sitting bones and just kind of walk your hands out. Grab whatever you can. Try to keep your back straight and just leading with your chin away from your body towards the floor. But you're not really trying to get to the floor. You're trying to go out and you're sort of descending down towards the floor naturally. Keep all 10 toes straight up to the sky. Slowly come back up. Bring the right foot right into the left thigh for a wide Janu Shirshasana. First, let's go for another twist. So left hand over right knee. Right hand behind, straight back. Turn and twist. Keeping the left toes facing the sky. Turn and twist towards the left leg. So your hands are square outside the knee. And then you're just gonna walk, walk, walk. Try to keep the shoulders square to each other. You could look at your elbows, see that they're pretty square to each other, then you'll know your shoulders are. This is like a side stretch, back bend, or a low back stretch. Maybe get that foot. Get it. Slowly come back up. Bring the right leg back out again. And then bring the left foot into the right thigh. First, we take our twist, right hand outside the left knee or holding the knee, left hand behind you, straight back, turn and twist. And then we're coming in for our wide-legged Janu Shirshasana. Your both hands are outside the right knee, the right toes face the sky. And it's just like you almost use the fingertips to just kind of coax you over so that your torso is like facing that knee and those toes. And then you just walk forward. Keep pressing the left sitting bone down onto the floor. Maybe you've got the foot or not, it doesn't matter. Slowly roll up. Let's take the soles of the feet together. Bound angle. We did this at the beginning of class too. Maybe you get your feet a little closer in now and interlace around the toes and pull the chest forward as you descend towards the floor. Once you get to that place where you can't really go anymore without harming yourself, you can let your head roll down. We're never looking for any sort of pushing into a pose, bullying into a pose, because you could harm yourself. Slowly come up, take your hands outside the knees, press the knees together, scoot up a little bit, roll onto your back. We're gonna take a bridge. So scoot the feet closer in toward you. I'm actually gonna use a block. That just sounds good, and I have one handy. Lifting my hips up, placing it on the block, or you could just lift up, knees over ankles, rolling inner thighs towards each other. You could have your arms down even if you're not on a block, or you could press your upper arms into the floor to lift you up higher, but keep rolling those inner thighs towards each other. You could also have your arms interlaced under your body, long on the floor. Keep rolling those inner thighs towards each other, pressing into the inner foot, the arch of the foot, inside arch. We'll go 5 more breaths. Very slowly press into the feet. If you're on a block, to lift up higher and remove the block. Now keep your knees exactly where they are and just scoot your bottom over to the right side, just a little. Take your arms like cactus arms next to your face, and then scoot your legs over to the left for a twist. You could take your left foot over the right thigh or knee if you like more, a little weight there. Big breath, inhale, lift the knees up. And then first settle your low back into the middle of the mat. Reposition your feet so they're close to your bottom again. And then just scoot your hips over to the left slightly, just like maybe 2 inches. Knees over to the right this time. Bring your knees up, scoot your bottom back to the middle of the mat, and then slowly one knee in, then the other. Take some circles. Move those hips around. A lot of hip opening work tonight. Switch directions. And then lift the feet to the sky. So the soles of the feet face sky. Reach inside and then take hold of the outside foot. So inside the lower leg for happy baby. You could stay static and press the knees down towards floor. You could rock side to side, maybe straighten one leg, rock to the other side. And then just find your final Shavasana, legs out, arms by the sides. We'll rest for a few moments right here. Start to deepen your breath. Let the breath be pretty heavy here so that it brings the energy back. So big, deep inhales and long, slow exhales. Bringing any sort of movement back to the body, whichever feels good to you, by wiggling fingers and toes. Rolling wrists and ankles. Bring knees into the chest, roll around that way. Roll to one side, rest there. And when you're ready, we'll come up for a short meditation. Finding a nice, comfortable seat. You could lie back down, that would be fine. And just notice the breath. Notice the quality of the breath. Does it feel different from when we began class? Does it feel different from this morning when you came out of your bed? If it is different, notice what's different about it. Is it longer or slower? Does it catch as you inhale or catch as you exhale? Are there obstacles to a nice, clear, long breath? And if there are obstacles to the breath, moving slow and clear, how could you change the quality of the breath manually? Is there a thought that's getting in the way? You can let it come and watch it leave. And take the hands together and just rub the palms. Wake back up. Take the heel of the hand right under the eye socket. And then take it down over your whole face. And then take one hand over the other on top of your heart. You could bow your head.